Good morning, guys. It is Monday morning. We're out here. It's pretty early. I think it's about 7:15, and I gotta hurry up and get around, get some chores done. We have a couple of things going on today, but I figured I'd check in with you guys and show you how everything's doing out here. Other than that, like I said, we have some other projects that we're gonna be doing inside today, so just gonna be going through some of our morning chores. But Bram was pretty excited. He got his apple tree that we purchased planted. I was also coming out here to check on our greenhouse because we did get that caulk down the other day, and I have to admit to you guys, the kids did help with this, so I don't know, it's a little bit rough, and the caulking we use, I don't know if it just got a little bit wet, but it kind of ran down in a couple of spots. But we'll be going over a more full detailed kind of review of it here in the next couple of days. Tomatoes, we don't have any red ones out here right now. We still have some green ones though. Beans, I think the beans are pretty much done for. We haven't gotten any out there in a while, and I don't know, it's just that time of the year where everything's kind of starting to die off. But at least we have these amazing tree colors starting to form. I don't know if you guys can see real well. Lots of red over here, some yellow up there. Across the street from us we have a lot of yellow, a lot of red. Still some dark green though. But over here yesterday, we got the rabbit hutch cleaned out. We got that manure put over here into our compost spit pile. I'm going to mix that up here in a little bit. Got the lawn mowed for the most part. Still got to do a little bit of it, but we got a lot of leaves in there. A lot of kind of that brown compost material, so really excited about that. Going over the other side, I got to check on our meat birds. Once we've done checking on our meat birds, I have to go let out our egg layers. The chicken run door is still busted, and that has been a huge pain in the butt because I've had to come out here every single day every single morning to let them out, and then I got to remember to go back and lock them up in the afternoon. And I've just been using some cinder blocks that I've been putting in front of the door, so it's kind of, like I said, been a pain, but it has worked to this point. Would be really happy to get their automatic door back out because that'll help out so much. Alright, well, these guys are getting a bit bigger. It seems like they're speeding up in their growth rate, but still kind of smaller than what we were hoping for. I think we're going to give them probably at least 2 more weeks, if not 3, and we'll kind of go from there. But like I said, these are a dual purpose bird, so they're not going to be the biggest that we can get. But yesterday we got their run out here moved. I really washed out their water real good with a scrub brush. They already got that pretty dirty, and we hung up their feeder in there. We had it hung up at one other point, but they just got a bit crazy with it, so and ended up knocking it down. But we got that hung back up. It's really hard to tell, but it's only maybe 1/4 of an inch off the ground, and just enough that it'll sway if they try to jump up on it. And they like to roost up, and they are pooping on everything, and already it's been probably 16 hours, and they haven't caused any mess with it yet. So I think that's back to working. Hopefully that'll hold. But these guys are all set. They'll need water again this afternoon, but nothing that they're gonna need right this minute. So we are gonna go ahead, we're gonna go let out our egg layers, and then like I said, I'll just check in with these guys this afternoon. But they should be all set. Viv, she's really excited. Hopefully we can get these guys processed, like I said, in the next 2 or 3 weeks. Kind of 3 weeks from now would be best time frame for us, because, well, everyone will be home and we won't have much going on that weekend. But if it's got to be 2 weeks, we'll figure it out. But we are running back into an issue with finding feed again, so I'll tell you guys that in just a moment. But I'm gonna get back over to the chicken run. I'm gonna let those guys out. right, so they're all out, and the first place they go is right over to their water. They're gonna check that out because I did fill that up right before we started filming. And like I said before, it's just really funny that every time that we add water in there, we switch water around or we clean it out, it doesn't matter if they just got done drinking out of it, they attack this thing like they haven't drank in forever. And I don't know, they just go through a ton of it. So anyways, these guys are let out. Tomorrow my plan is to fix the run door. Like I said, I didn't want to postpone as long as I have, but I'm gonna have to run to the store to get a couple of supplies for it. I think what I'm gonna do is run a piece of wood across the bottom of this, nothing too major, and then I will screw back on the missing piece here. That should tighten it up enough for the rails inside that run along both edges. For the door, once that's done, it should be fine. But like I said, it's just at this point a huge pain in the butt coming out here to move these every night here. Also, the latch on our main door got busted, so I do have to replace that. So kind of, I don't know, it's always funny when I've talked about this, guys, before. It's important that when something like this happens that you fix it as soon as possible, because it ends up becoming 10 times more work. Like I said, I hate coming out here in the morning to move the one in front of the other door and to move this one and then to come back out every single night and make sure that's done again. This automatic door, I cannot tell you, it is totally worth the investment, because it's going to save you guys so much effort getting out here and letting these guys in and out. I mean, it completely eliminated it. All I do is I check on it maybe once a month to make sure that it's still opening and closing at the right time, and adjust the time if need be, which I've only had to do once. Super easy. I super recommend it. Like I said before, the door that we have has been discontinued, but there's tons on the market. I just suggest you find one that allows you to program an open and close time, not one that goes off dusk and dawn. I've never been a big fan of those, and sometimes, like us, we have a big outdoor light out here that shines on our driveway, and when this one does both sunrise, sunset, and time, and our light out here was messing with it to begin with. So I don't want the door opening up in the middle of the night or something like that. But like I said, if you can afford it, I totally recommend you getting a automatic coupe door. Like I said, it'll save you guys so much headache and so much time. So now that that's done, we're gonna get inside, we're gonna check them out. I'm sure they're gonna need feed. We'll get them fed and then we'll check on the rabbits. All right, guys, well, inside the coop here, we're gonna check these guys out, see if they need feed. It's kind of funny, yesterday, over the weekend, we went to Mason, and there was a family farm at home over there. I figured, you know, we might as well run in and see if they have any feed. And sure enough, they have tons of egg layer feed, but no chick feed, no meat bird feed. It's kind of funny. I didn't ask anyone there. We were in a bit of a hurry, but I would really love to know, why are we having such a major issue finding this feed that we need. But these guys are low, so I'm gonna get over. I'm gonna get them filled up. Right now, with the last bag that I was able to get a chick feed, which was the only bag that they had, I've been mixing that half and half with the meat bird feed that we have. I've noticed that our egg layers have become a little bit less aggressive, so I do still believe that it is that meat layer feed, or not meat layer, the meat bird feed that we were feeding them. I don't know what it is, but like I said, I just noticed really a substantial increase in aggression. So, you know, if you are one that, and I've known people to do this, that have fed their roosters the meat bird feed and kind of kept them in a separate pen next to their egg layers, just to kind of warn off predators. If they're getting really aggressive with you, maybe look into their feed, or even if you are giving them, you know, just regular grower feed, or if you're doing egg layer feed, or if you're doing meat bird feed, and you notice your birds are getting really aggressive, I would recommend you check out what you're feeding them, because like I said, it's just to the point where that's the only thing I can think of, and when we switch their feed, when it becoming such a difference overnight. I don't know, there's got to be something there, but still no eggs. I'm gonna get out, I'm gonna get their feed, we'll get back in here and we'll fill this up. doing? Oh, she's leaving. Alright, well Atlas and I, we only gave them 1 scoop of feed because they already had probably the equivalent of one to 1.5 scoops already in there. So, like I said, I don't want them wasting it, so we've really been rationing how much feed these guys are getting, whereas our meat birds, we're trying to get them to eat as much as possible. I'll probably, well, I know I'll come back out here this afternoon. I'm going to check on them then. If they are really low, I will fill it up tonight, so that way I don't have to worry about doing that in the morning. Like I said, I already leave so early in the morning normally for work. Coming out here and letting them out, getting the brick moved in front of the main door here, then getting in there and feeding it. It takes too much time. I don't want to be getting up super early in the morning. I already get up early enough. But like I said, just 1 scoop now. We're rationing their feed, and I'll keep you guys posted if we do find any more feed. At least the chick feed, like I said, egg layer, no problem at all. But I did forget to tell you guys that I did get the racks put together yesterday for our greenhouse. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to move those over right now just so they're out of the way. They've been sitting in our driveway since yesterday. But we're going to go get those in the greenhouse, and you guys will probably get your first look at what it looks like inside. Like I said, sometime this week we will get a comprehensive review of the greenhouse. But for now, we're just going to go get it moved over, right girl? Right? Right? Alright, so as I was saying, we got these shelves put together yesterday for a greenhouse. Each side will have 3 sets of 3 shelves. We're going to go ahead, we'll get those in right now. And like I said, I will show you guys around very briefly in the inside. It's not too much to show you guys because, well, it's just really just kind of like an empty shed. So nothing too major, but we'll go ahead, we'll get those in, make sure they fit real well. Then we'll get the shelves on them, and then I'll check in with you guys. Alright, so I went ahead and got the first shelf, and you guys are probably hearing an echo. That's because, of course, well, we are inside a small enclosed space, but this one is in, it fits really well. I do have to say that I wish it did have 1 more shelf on it. These sets of 3 will go 1 on each side. These just kind of sit right on top, and I have to admit, not the best design, but I've seen this in so many of these smaller greenhouses, kind of the portable ones, that I am familiar with them. We'll just go ahead, we'll go through, we'll zip tie those down. I'll have to add zip ties to our list when I go get the stuff to the chicken run door. But you know, it gives us a lot of growing space out here, so I do like that. Like I said, later this week we'll have a more comprehensive review of our greenhouse, and we'll kind of go over some of the pros and the cons of it. I also do want to get a thermometer out here to kind of track the temperature difference, and you know, we'll go from there. Now, like I said though, we're going to get the other set in here, and then you got to get inside. So we did order a new refrigerator that should be coming today, so we got to get the old one kind of cleared out of the way and get ready for that new one to come. That's why I'm trying to get everything out here done as soon as possible. But other than that, the only thing that you guys have missed is with Bram, Amelia, and I, we did plant an apple tree out here. Bram was super excited when we got one, and I think I have some pictures of if so, I'll throw them up on the screen. But Bram picked out an apple tree at Family Farm and Home at one of our times that we were out trying to find feed. We brought it back, and he scoured the yard for probably 2 days trying to figure out where to plant it. He finally figured out that he wanted to plant it next to our greenhouse, which isn't exactly the best place necessarily for the greenhouse, but it wasn't probably the best place in the yard for the trees. So we did go ahead and we got that planted. I know Amelia, she videotaped it for us, so I'll throw some of that footage in here in just a second. But like I said, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna get the other set of shelf in here, and then we'll get going with the last few things that we have for today. And of course, I kid you not, this greenhouse, everything in here is beyond sharp, jagged, and already I cut myself just on these metal racks. So if you are purchasing a greenhouse, even if it's not this brand, please be really careful, because I have cuts all up and down my arms, my legs from this thing. Like I said, just be careful. Alright, second one is in. We'll go ahead and get these up, and then I'll back up, show you guys what it looks like. Now, one of the fun things about being home this early in the morning, and I wish I was every single day, but we got breakfast made. Amelia, she's been helping out, so is Bram, a lot with cooking dinner. They're not home today, but Amelia, she did a great job making hamburgers the other day. I got some footage of that she wanted you guys to be able to see. And then, let's see, Bram, he made hamburgers just a few days ago, so he was pretty excited about that. I don't have any footage of that. He made that before I got home, but I don't even know why I'm putting these up at this point, because they just keep falling down. So anyways, like I said, they will certainly need to be zip tied. I'm going to set the other ones to the side and back up, show you guys what it looks like. Alright, so before I head back up to the house, I do know that I pointed out to you guys about things like this with the ledge here. I did find out that there was supposed to be a set of metal brackets that came to kind of snap into there, and then they're supposed to drill into the metal frame, and we never got those. So I did send an email to Hay Needle, the manufacturer. I just said, you know, hey, these were some of the issues that we ran into. This was some of the parts that we were missing. Like I said, those were missing, and then we didn't have enough clips to get all the window panels in. Haven't heard back a response yet. That's been 4 days, so kind of fingers crossed that we'll hear back something soon. But as soon as we do, we'll keep you guys posted. Other than that, I'm heading back up to the house because we are done with our morning chores. Yeah. What you doing, girlie? Race with it?